Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of the Carr Ride. I'm Kevin Carr, and this is powered by Pressers. Very, very, very special first guest, Pressers alum, Pressers Cypher, rookie class, first ever rookie class, Mr. Dre Waves. What's going on, Dre? How we doing, man?
What's good with y'all, man? I'm happy, bro. Blessed. First Zoom interview on Pressers. We making it happen.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we had to get the best. We had to get the best, man.
I feel you.
Uh,
Anyway, bro.
I got just a few questions. This is super laid back. I mean, I'm not trying to dig for fucking deep answers here.
Yeah.
But the name Dre Waves, it's unique. I know you're from DC, so I kind of question the whole thing with the waves. Where'd you get the
Yeah.
inspiration for waves?
Really. I picked my name, I want to say 2016. Yeah, so 2015, 2016. Prior to that, I was just going by my name, like my first name and shit,
Mhm.
which is like the most boring thing to me. But I picked it because like I really always mainly rapped on smooth production, like very chilled, like jazz, soul samples type stuff.
Mhm.
So I used to like when I used to hear the beats, I used to be like, oh yeah, that's wavy. That's something like me and the homies used to say, like that's wavy when it was like
Mhm.
super chill. And so like I just adopted the name Dre Waves because I always was rapping on like super chill instrumentals and like super laid back beats. So that's
I
really how
love
the name came.
I fuck with that. What's the dollar sign at the end?
The
What is that?
dollar sign is cause I'm from that era, bro. You feel me? Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm
That's fair.
I'm giving away my age, like by putting the dollar sign in my name. Because when you go back to like Joey Badass, when you go
Mhm.
back to ASAP Rocky, when you go
Yep.
back to Lucky X, people who are Lucky
Yep.
fans, you know, if you're a real Lucky fan, you know about Lucky X back in the day with the money sign. So
Oh yeah.
it's like, bro, that's just that SoundCloud era that I came up in. You feel me? Back
Dude.
in high school and college. So
Yep.
yeah, that's where the money sign came from for real.
That was my middle high school days. Was just that SoundCloud era. But I was more like the Smoke Perp and like the Lil Pump era when he
Yeah,
dropped zeros and everybody was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" Like
nah,
you're just
that
yeah, fucking
dude, X, that same era around Pump. Even bro, it was a lot of dudes coming up in that era who I feel like kind of get lost by the wayside. Wi-Fi's funeral, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Another one of those guys who, kind of like led that movement that you talking about. But yeah, it was definitely good music, man, being made.
Speaking of that era, that 2016 era, I know the first thing that I think of when I think of that SoundCloud era is the Cipher.
Yeah, facts.
You were a part of the first ever Presser Cipher, which will go on every year, so you can always say that you were in the first.
Yeah.
How was that experience for you?
Bro, it was super dope. First off, it was an interesting experience because we all had to wear like suits, like we were being drafted,
Yeah,
right? So that was
yeah.
that was the first thing that was kind of like, damn, like we gotta go buy suits. And like I didn't have like a nice, I didn't have a nice suit at the time. I had like a suit jacket, but like nothing that I would like wanted to like rock like during the
Right.
cipher and shit. And so that was like a interesting experience in itself. But then getting there, getting to LA, linking up with Garrett, who's been a homie for a
Yep.
long time, and getting to do that, bro, it was super fun. I'm always somebody who wants to rap, bro. I tell people this all the time. If you want to do the music thing, rap on camera as much as you can. And that was just another opportunity for me to showcase my skills. So, I was first pick, man.
First pick, Dre Waves, Washington, D.C. Yeah, that's kind of I like how you said the rap on camera kind of thing because that's one
Yeah,
of the goals we have here at
yeah,
Presser. Give exposure to these underground kind of artists that don't really have the ability to get that exposure without brands like us, people like us. We kind of just wanted to carve that niche and give people a way to showcase their skills. And you were like an anonymous pick too. I remember we hopped on a Zoom and it was me, Andrew, Grandview, and B Star, and we were all like, "All right, so who do we need in this?" We were like, "Dre Waves, Garrett, just like everybody." And then Serene won the six man. Serene killed it.
yeah, exactly. And that now Serene part of the team too, which I
Yeah,
find dope.
yeah, man.
You know what
He
I'm
killed.
saying? But yeah, dude, I appreciate that. I feel like it was based off the Pressers performance that I did when I had
Mhm.
the Sean Taylor jersey.
Another jersey,
I
yep.
know you thought I was a Commanders fan, but nah, I was just repping the hometown, man. And rest in peace, Sean Taylor.
Right,
But
dude.
yeah, dude, I felt like I bodied that Pressers freestyle, and that was probably the reason that I got picked for the cipher, which I'm happy about, bro.
I can tell you that is one of the main reasons.
Yeah.
We looked back at all of the performances and people that were active in the community at first because you're an OG, man. You're like one
Yeah.
of the first people on it.
Nah, for sure, for sure.
We love blessing our alumni. We have to.
Yeah, y'all got a lot of alumni, man. Shout out to my favorite color. Shout out to
Yeah,
all these guys who hopped on the pressers and embodied it. You feel me?
yeah. My favorite color is dope.
Nah, for sure.
He's the man. You were mentioning before we hopped on here that you're counting coins right now.
Nah, I am. I got my change on me, man.
So you run a vending machine business? Is that what you said? You own a few vending
Yeah,
machines?
yeah, exactly. I run a vending machine business, man. Good Vibes Vending LLC.
Shout out.
Yeah, man. We making it happen right now. I'm selling everything under the sun in vending machines. In the box and gym ones that I got, we selling hand wraps, we selling mouth guards. In the
Tough.
in the production studio that I serve the vending machine that we selling the album, man. So I sold my last album in the
Yeah.
in the vending machine, which was really rewarding and direct to consumer. So it's been super helpful, brother, because especially like having a way to have passive income while being an
Yep.
artist, while getting to travel and do stuff
Mhm.
like that. Like, I've been doing this for a little minute now, and I really enjoy it. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm such a nerd for that kind of guerrilla marketing kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm a journalist. I mean, that's my shit. And I remember when like I was like looking into you at when you got picked for the cipher, and I saw that I was like, how the fuck did he think of this? Like,
Yeah.
did he just walk up to somebody and was like, hey, let me put my album in your vending machine?
Yeah.
So
No.
to kind of
So
hear that it's yours, that kind of makes more sense.
yeah, exactly. I got a bunch, man. Like I even got like five in the backyard right now.
What?
Yeah, swear to God, bro. And a
Oh
couple
my
of which I'm placing on location this week. You know what I'm saying? I'm placing one at a pool this week, and then I'm placing another at a laundromat. And then I'm working on placing one of those third ones at like this carpentry place. But yeah,
dude.
we thugging it, bro. And then it just was a natural progression to selling my album in the vending machine. I signed a distribution deal this past year, and then I kind of brought them the idea because you know what I'm saying. I
Mm-hmm.
know, I know, like the music shit can be fickle, and I wanted to invest in something that was going to definitely make me money back. You feel me? Because these
For
streams were
sure.
paying pennies, and this is somebody who like has like 10 million streams. You feel me? Like
Yeah,
telling
it's
artists
sad.
like these streams is
It's
making pennies,
fucked.
bro. You feel me? So
It's fucked up.
I just wanted to invest in something I knew was gonna make my money back, and then as the business grew, I just had the idea to put the album in the vending machine, so I brought it to the label, um, and me and my homie at the time we just developed the physical copies for it, and it just
Mhm.
all worked out, bro. And I'm glad you enjoyed that and like that. It was like
Yeah,
one of the main marketing points of the album ended up being, and people really seemed to enjoy it. So.
I remember we were actually talking about guerrilla marketing in one of my classes, and I brought that up as
Yeah,
an example. I was
hell
like,
yeah,
one of the rappers at the company I work with, he fucking put his album in a vending machine. Like,
bro.
was it just a USB port? Like, is it
Yeah,
just a thumb drive?
it was actually a card. So it was a card with a USB port like in it. So
Mm-hmm.
basically the card have like the cover of the album as well as the track list on the back, but then there's like a foldable thing inside the card where it has like half the USB. So normal USB that you see are like thicker. This
Yeah,
one is only has half of that folds into the card. So when you put it in like the bottom half of the USB and it reads the code on, you know what I'm saying, and
that's
works just like a USB. So yeah.
such a good idea. Did you sell a lot of them?
Yeah, man. We sold. I think I sold every one, but like a couple. And that's outside of the ones that I obviously sent to label heads and like people in the industry
Right,
early on to like kind of show them the album and whatnot. But yeah, we sold almost all of them, which I'm blessed about.
dude. That's such a crazy story. You have vending machines in your backyard.
Yeah, right now, bro. You feel me? Right,
Where do
every
you even buy them?
everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Marketplace,
Marketplace.
from vending warehouses. I got a mentor in the business as well as what I'm saying, older guys who I work with who I buy vending machines and shit from, eBay or OfferUp. There's a million ways to buy a vending machine, but
Yeah.
it's really buying a good vending machine that's the hard part.
So you're originally from DC and
Yeah.
you moved out to Cali?
No, I'm still in DC, man.
You're still in DC?
Yeah, I moved to Cali for a couple years around COVID time,
Got you.
as well as like when I made my last album, I lived in Cali for like that whole summer making it.
Hmm.
But yeah, man, I'm DC born and raised, and I'm still here. You feel me?
What was the decision like to go out there and then the decision to come back home?
The decision to go out there was to give it my best shot at pursuing a career in music.
For sure.
And at the time, I had saved up a bunch of money, went and crashed on my bro couch, and we was just thugging it, bro. It was COVID, like I said, so I was making TikToks at the kitchen table like every morning because nobody could really go outside. Like this was like during the height of the lockdown and whatnot. And that was like really where I got my first um viral moment. I got a million views on TikTok on a video that I did. I made that into a song, and then we kind of just like recreated that formula. I was making like during COVID, I was really making like 4 or 5 on average TikToks a day. You know what I'm saying? Just rapping in front of the camera, right in front of the camera, as much as I could, like we talked about. So that's what I was doing, and it paid off. I got like millions of streams, right? Like the views was turning into streams and it was working. But then my decision to move back was really just like the streams aren't making enough money to be paying rent. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
LA is stupid expensive. You feel me? So, and with the way that the internet is now, you don't necessarily need to be in LA, need to be in New York
No.
to make an impact in music. So I knew that, and I felt like with the platform that I had built in LA, I would be able to go back to the city, to DC, and really, continue to make a name for myself, continue to grow in ways that weren't just living in LA. You feel me?
Yeah. Plus, it's not like you're from fucking like Boise, Idaho. Like
Yeah.
you're from the DMV. Like that's a big ass rap area. Like
Nah, for
the
sure. We
game
we
there is
got
crazy.
We got a lot of dudes, man. Look, this is me giving everybody shout outs, man. Foggy Raw. We got Red Veil. You know what I'm saying?
Shout them
Who
all out, bro.
yeah, who else we got? We got Renaissance Mike, Clearwater Jenkins, a bunch of dope artists. But I'm trying to even think about people who people wouldn't expect. Oh, Rico Nasty. Another
Rico, I
one.
fuck with Rico
Yeah,
Nasty.
man, we got so many people, bro. We got Shy Glizzy, Fat
Yep.
Trail, the old heads. You know, bro, there's just so many. You know what I'm saying? I
Yep.
could really go on and on and on when it comes to artists from the DMV. We are really, really talented. Even Tommy Richmond, man. Shout out Tommy
Yeah.
Richmond and J Mac and Saki. You know what I'm saying? So
I didn't even know Tommy Richmond was from DMV.
yeah, Tommy Richmond from VA. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I went to his going away party before he moved to LA. You feel
Really?
me? So, he lived like his, hometown crib was like 30 minutes from my crib. So
Word.
yeah, so shout out all the DMV dudes, man. Brent Fayez, another one, going
Yep.
crazy. So yeah, we got a lot of motherfuckers. So it's definitely not like coming back to DC was going to be like, you know, I'm going back to the Midwest on a farm town or nothing like
Exactly.
that. You feel me?
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
I've really noticed about you and your career that one of your biggest traits that I admire a lot is your consistency in putting out music, marketing yourself, just grinding for your dream and, becoming a big artist. And like how do you stay so consistent? Because I want to be a more consistent person in my life and, I see you and, you know,
Yeah. I it's just a lot of dedication, bro. I told myself when I started this music shit that I would give myself 10 years of, pursuing it as a career, like very seriously. And then after 10 years that I would get, a normal job or whatever. And I've been able to do things like get millions of streams, sign a deal, go on tours, and see the world and shit like that. And I'm still not where I want to be, but as
Mhm.
far as staying consistent, it just has a lot to do with like the dedication that I put into the craft, um, and as well as the team around me, right? Like,
Yeah.
I've been working with a collective called God Vision for like 4 or 5 years now, and without them, I would not have been nearly as consistent. I just got back independent, and I like distributed, went to like distribute like my first song independently in so long, and I was just like, how do you do this? Like on DistroKid, right? Like I was like, this is a little bit different than 2018, like when I was doing it. You feel me? So like,
A lot of shit's
bro,
changed.
yeah, right. So like, it's just like, um the consistency also has a huge part to do with like the people who I have around me, like my engineer, like the head of the collective, like my booking agent, like my indie label that I signed with, like all these people who helped me along the way, be consistent and drop music and push the vision forward. It's not just me, being a hard of.
It takes a village, man. It takes a
Yeah,
village.
facts.
And like hair pressers, I mean, we're just trying to stay as consistent as humanly possible.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's just one of the best traits to have in this game is
Oh,
because, everybody's going to be consistent. If you're not consistent, you're going to be left the fuck behind. And that's like I'm decently new to the music industry. I've only really been in it for like a year.
yeah.
I kind of just looked at it and thought, fuck, all these other journalists are extremely consistent, putting out this content, this content, this content. What am I going to do? Stop?
Yeah.
Catch up? I'm
Exactly.
the fuck?
It's
And
a
yeah,
lot of journalists trying to make a name in the game right now when it comes to this music. Even the underground rap shit. It's like a lot of folks, you know what I'm saying?
feel like I'm doing a decent job.
No, you doing great, bro. You with
Appreciate you.
pressers. First step, you know what I'm saying? Like you doing great.
Hey man, I just can't wait to keep growing this.
Yeah.
And you're one of the fucking top alumni, so you're you're
Yeah.
you're as big a part of the journey as I am, man.
Yeah, bro. And look, hopefully this is just the beginning for both of us. You know what I'm saying? We look back on this in 5 years and be like, yeah, remember that time we did the Zoom
Yeah,
interview
yeah,
and you was
yeah.
counting change and had 5 vending machines in your backyard? Like,
We're out in Cali sipping champagne on a big ass yacht talking about this.
exactly. Talking about the time we was just big chilling like on the Zoom interview. So
Shoot the
it's gonna
shit, man.
happen for sure, bro. Just keep working hard.
Yeah, man. I got two more questions for you.
All right.
You recently dropped God's Watching.
Yes, sir.
I love it.
Thank you,
What
man.
what was the inspiration behind this song?
A big inspiration behind the song was Wonderlust, the producer.
Mm,
You feel
mm.
me? Fun fact, nobody even knows this. He titled the song. You feel me?
Really?
Like, yeah, Wonderlust titled the song. It was already the beat was already called God's Watching. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And I was just like, like something drew me to it. Like he sent me a pack of like mad beats, and something drew me to it, and I clicked on it. I see your tears, let them all flow, flow. And I was like, wait, this sample is ill. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just feeling it super heavy.
like this shit hard.
Exactly. And I
Yeah.
swear that shit start flowing out of me. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. Pause. Like this shit this shit like really like I didn't even have to think about it when I was writing it. It just like literally start writing itself because of how fire the instrumental was. So Wonderlust was a big part of that. And I swear to God, before I even wrote like the first couple lines, I was like, oh yeah, I love to get Life of Time on this. Like
Oh yeah.
already was thinking it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
just
man.
off the vibe of the track and off the relationship that we have been building since doing the first show we did together. I think was 420. Not this past
Yeah.
one, but the year before that.
Hmm.
That was at Moroccan Lounge in LA with J Mac, with and Tommy and Trevor Spitta and Trent the Hooligan. You feel me? So we, all of these guys who you see me collabing with, um, are guys who I'm like, real friends with, who we've been working together for some years, and God's Watching was just a perfect opportunity for me and Life of Time to collaborate and come together. with some like real soulful, impactful shit. And even him, like I know he was going through some shit when I sent it to him, and he let me know that. And then, the verse that he brought back, and he told me, that verse is like therapy for him. So
I
it's just
love that.
like, yeah, it came across like exactly how we intended it. And then everybody been loving it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't ask for a better reaction to it. Cause like the fans, bro, when it comes to like people who like really are tapped in, everybody's loving it. I got another chance to perform it this past weekend on Friday, opening up for my homie Malik Elijah on tour. And it was just, bro, you know, I hear people singing the words and in the crowd and shit, and that should make me
Got to
so
be the
happy,
best.
dog.
It's got to be the best feeling.
That should make me so happy, dog, for real.
Got to be the best feeling. And I know what you said about when you hear a beat or something like that, and you just start going. Like it just
Yeah,
starts. And I know that I'm not an artist, and I'm not trying to say that I am at all, but I kind of feel that way with interviews or articles. Like I'll
yeah,
see an answer from an artist and be like, oh, I got to ask him about this and
yeah,
this. I'll look at people's Instagrams and think, well, I got to ask Dre about the Sean Taylor jersey, even though he's not a fucking Commanders fan. He's a
yeah.
fucking.
Facts, fill
What's
them
that?
out.
What's that about? How'd you get to become a Ravens fan when you're in DC?
So my mom uh is a Commanders fan. You
Okay.
feel me? And she begged me to be a Commanders fan my whole life, dog. Like it was the Redskins back then. She tried to
Right.
pay me to be a Redskins fan. It could not pay me. Um, it was because when in 2002, um, I watched the Ravens win the Super Bowl,
Yep.
and that was right when I was getting into sports. I was a big Ray Lewis fan.
Oh yeah.
I wore number 55, Terrell Suggs in
Pieces.
football. You feel me? So like I
Mm-hmm.
wore his number in football. I had a Todd Heap jersey. You
Oh,
know what I'm
Todd
saying?
Heat. What a pull.
Exactly. Like I really was deep into this, like,
Fuck yeah.
Flock Nation, Raven shit, bro. Like I was deep into it. So there's a picture of me 5 years old at the Christmas tree with a full Ravens uniform on. You know what
Your
I'm
mom was
saying?
probably sad as shit.
Oh, exactly, dude. So like I have been a diehard Ravens fan since the time that I, have watched football, and it's never changed. Um
Hey
so yeah,
man.
that's really the story behind it. And despite my family hating me for it,
All
I,
I know is if I told my dad I wasn't gonna be an Eagles fan, I'd be sleeping in the front yard.
yeah.
So shout out your mom, because I know my dad could not handle that.
No, facts. It'd be like that sometimes. But yeah, I was able to thug it, and then it worked out. You know what I'm saying? We won another Super Bowl.
There you go.
After that, Ray Lewis last year, we won a Super Bowl. But shout out to the Commanders for having their first good year in like 20 years. You know what I'm
And
saying?
who stopped them? Who
Yeah, the
stopped them?
Eagles stopped
Who
them.
stopped them?
It's crazy, bro. Bro, I watched that game. I also watched the Detroit game. I had a parlay on that bitch. Bro, I won hella bread first half on that game. Like, and you know what's crazy? Also, is part of the reason they had such a good season was because they had Jaw former tight end, bro. You feel me? Zach
Yeah, dude.
Ertz.
Ertz was balling the fuck
Zach
out for
Ertz
them.
cooked this year, and
He
he was y'all
did.
former tight end. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all helped
My
them
guy.
get better and still beat them. You feel me?
Yeah, man. Final question for you. Since it's the car ride, kind of, making it kind of like just two dude chilling, just driving around, just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
Gotta ask. I'm gonna ask every person at the end of every interview this same question. You're the first one. Dre Waves, what is your gas station order? You walk into a gas station, you can pick out any snack, any drink, any food. What are you getting?
Wow. I drive often, so you know what I mean? I know really what I want. I how about the gas? How about the gas station, whatever? I'm putting 20 on the pump,
Mm-hmm.
20, 25 on the pump. I'm getting mango Arizona iced tea.
Oh,
I'm also getting a pack of backwoods because I always
yup,
need, you know what I'm saying, my roll ups
yup.
to roll up. I'm kicking them soon, but for right now, I'm grabbing a pack of backwoods. And then I need um a honey bun. You feel me? If,
Bun,
if, if,
classic,
if we're going with a snack, I'm gonna go honey bun.
classic.
Um, and yeah, that's pretty much my gas station
Uh,
order for sure.
since it's the first episode, gotta give mine. Gotta give
Yeah, go
mine.
ahead. What's yours?
Arnold Palmer,
Okay,
Arizona Arnold Palmer. The
half and
mango is
half.
fire, but the half and half is always my go-to. The
Yeah,
hot fries, banging,
yeah.
and the little trolley, little sour gummy worms.
Oh yeah, those are
That's my
also
shit.
torch.
That's my
Those,
shit.
those are super torch. I did shrooms with those one time. No funny.
What happened there?
We wrapped them in trolleys,
Oh
and
my
and
god.
honestly, if I were to recommend people, if you are trying shrooms, I would just say eat them normally. Don't put food with
Hmm.
them, other foods. It just make your stomach hurt.
I never done them, but that sounds like a not a
Yeah,
great idea.
exactly. They taste like cardboard, but it's better to just eat them straight.
I'm sticking to the weed, man.
Bro, good. Stay on the ground.
Fuck yeah, brother. I appreciate you, man. This was the car ride with Dre Waves. Appreciate you, Dre.
Peace.